part of the common narrative in our professional services industry is a love and hate relationship with planning. At the same time, planning is what our clients expect, and project management or project leadership, having clear steps, having a project plan in place, having some kind of timeline or structure around the work that we do is a classic way to operate. It is expected. It's a basic foundation for your business. And at the same time, when I interview professional services business owners, independent consultants, experts, freelancers, even large firms, it feels like they oftentimes for themselves are unorganized, unstructured, because they have a lot to do. They like to be busy. They like to be creative too. And so it's interesting, this gap, this difference between our ability to orchestrate and plan the work that we give to others outside. We even plan our clients' work. And for ourselves, it's interesting how loose we can be, how negligent, undisciplined, unorganized, and therefore overwhelmed we can end up. Having a plan in place is an essential piece of how to run an effective and profitable business. Whatever the plan is, at least have the honesty to be transparent with how you want to budget your time. I just used the keyword that define what a plan is. To me, it's a budget for how you're going to spend your time. And planning is not a very, it's not a very appealing topic, not a very appealing practice, because it calls to the idea that planning is rigid, it is strict, and it's austere, it's not fun. We'll put in our plans things that sometimes we don't like to do. But if you take a step back and look at the big picture, planning with agility, planning with flexibility, is a way to create more freedom in your business. It's part of the purposeful operation discipline in the MetaHelm strategic narrative methodology. To plan is to manage your business according to a singular moral compass. Planning is also aligning your actions, your decisions, your resources to what you value, to what you believe. That's why I talk about a singular moral compass. Planning is not just a left brain or rational type of activity, not just that. It aligns to how we feel, who we are as a professional, our identity, or as a team, to our culture. So when I think about agile planning, and let me read my definition that you can find on my website, metahelm.com/strategic narrative. I define agile business planning as the practice of planning your business with an emphasis on flexibility, adaptability, and continuous learning, thus letting you adjust and improve your business as you face new information and challenges. So in this first part of the definition, I really frame planning as a learning experience, as something that you do because you can look back and learn from what you've done. You can look ahead and identify what you aspire to. Your planning practice at the beginning, if may be weak, and to me, it's a constant evolution. It's a constant refinement. I started taking planning seriously for my business with MetaHelm. When I started in 2016, 17, I was envisioning MetaHelm as running with very, hopefully and ideally, very well-defined and very well-oiled systems. I thought I'm going to put as much systems in place so that I can clearly identify what is it that I want to do myself, what is it that I want to automate, or what is it that I want to delegate. And I started thinking about planning as what I would do first during the week, the month, and then realized that I was a little bit stuck by planning throughout the year because I wanted to stay nimble and agile. And it took me years to understand that this concept of agility. Concept of agility is having a sense, a direction, a compass, a North Star, which is really the core of strategic narrative, is aligning to a direction that is clear, that is meaningful to you, that you breathe life through with everything you do. So having that layer of a vision for what's going to happen over the years, and maybe 3 years, and then 10 years, and at the same time being able to adjust the course according to the changes in your context. Maybe your market is shifting. Maybe you don't feel like operating the way you did, or not doing the same things, or maybe you're getting sick or you have to travel. Initially with MetaHelm, I planned to offer graphic facilitation and visual facilitation, which is basically illustrating in real time what people talk about in discussion. So I thought this was going to be a very effective tool for strategy conversations with my client, because I come from a corporate background and also startup background, and I was working with CEOs and board members. That was my plan. And around 2019, I realized that my plan, my strategic plan, was not viable anymore. People didn't take that practice for what it's worth, and decided to retire it completely. So I was agile with my plan, because I wanted MetaHelm to continue to operate. And I knew MetaHelm had potentially more meaning than just this one service offering for me. So I kept on going. I want to read to you the second part of my definition, which is the following. Recognizing, so agile planning, agile business planning, that's my definition, is also, second part, recognizing and responding to uncertainty as a natural part of your business, as your business helps you build a narrative oh my gosh, I can't read my sentence. Let me redo it. Recognizing and responding to uncertainty as a natural part of your business helps you build a narrative in constant alignment with your perspective and vision, right? So planning is really, really much about recognizing and responding the patterns that you notice on a daily basis within yourself, within the realm of your business, but also just outside of your business. So a good practice that I recommend that you start doing, if you have not done so, is to journal. Just like, here's my journal. You can see it. I use a Best Self journal, but you can use, and that's the name of the brand. You can use any journaling any journal that you like. But just like you are the captain of your ship and you're at the helm of your ship, your journal becomes the repository for all your observations from the past, for anything that happens in the past, but also setting your intentions, setting your vision, setting a direction for the course of your ship. I never operate any single day of my life without this journal. Even on a day off, it's open. Maybe I journal less, but I describe what I observe, what I notice from an emotional standpoint, from an action standpoint, from a communication and thought standpoint. So really, if you think about the highest definition of agility and planning, it's giving yourself the creative freedom, the leeway to observe what's going on or what you would like to happen at a strategic level for your business. It's not just setting up a spreadsheet and just filling it out and just beating yourself up with the fact that you didn't get to do that task or you didn't achieve your goal. It's really about growing your self-awareness, being more conscious about what you need as an entrepreneur and what your business needs as an economic entity. Making money requires many different things, many different resources. So think about business planning as an agile practice that you learn over the years, that you get to shape, where you can introduce practices that hopefully are not cookie cutter approaches. Think about a method for you to understand and create meaning in the way you operate. You will probably heard me say before that building a narrative is about creating a practice. It's about really infusing meaning in how you operate. I call it, from the Latin word modus operandi. a mode of operation. That's your narrative. And that's why I include business planning as part of the MetaHelm strategic narrative methodology. The way you plan tells us so much about how you operate your business, or tells us that you are not mature enough to operate you're not, I shouldn't say mature enough. I should say you're not at the maturity level that you aspire to be yet to operate your business. I hope this creates a light bulb, and I hope that it continues to encourage you and motivates you to explore different ways to plan. I was thinking of opening my journal and showing you how I do this, but I don't want you to adopt my methods of planning. I want you to find your own. I want you to create your own. I told you that I use a Best Self journal. You can look it up, bestself.com. It's a great product, but I tried 3 to 5 of them before that. I use an Excel sheet. I have my days planned in my Outlook calendar, whatever the method. These are just techniques and tools and tactics to plan your day. I'm talking to you today at the strategy level of what does planning represent for your practice. And I hope that this short video helped you understand how critical and how fun also it could be, and that it's not a practice that is set in stone, that you get to shape it and you get to mold it. So have fun planning your business. Don't skip that step. It is something that will get you tremendous joy, because you can't leave to the future, to the hopes, what you aspire to do and to become. You have to take control of it. You have to influence it and understand how it works. I hope this helps, and as always, I welcome your comments and questions on the topic of agile business planning. Thank you so much.